We've been walking for hours. We've got to quicken our pace. The Lich King is defenseless without us.
I left many of my warriors at Icecrown before I came to find you, Death Knight. They will hold the line for as long as they are able.
Tell me, where are all of your people? Shouldn't there be Nerubians around here, undead or otherwise?
I've been wondering about that myself. Something must have driven them all off.
We did, you rotting bastards! We've been watching you all along!
Muradin's dwarves. Impossible. Doesn't anyone stay dead anymore?
We've been wandering this forsaken land ever since you killed Muradin and left us to rot, Arthas. Our leader, Baelgun, led us into the ruined city to survive. But there's no way we're letting you in.
We have no time for these games. Saphiron, attack! Well done, mighty Saphiron. I wish we could take you with us, but the confines of the Dark Earth are no place for you.
The Lich King's time is running short. We must hurry.
What is it now?
For Kazmatan!
Speak, fool.
I have heard the summons.
A pint for every ghoul you blast!
Frostborn hunger. Finally. At last.
Proceed.
No one orders me around.
Your choice.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Finally. At last. Finally.
Set off the charges! Blow the bridge before they get across!
No! Stop them before they...
That was for Muradin. Now you'll never get across.
There are other passages through the labyrinth, Death Knight. We will find another way.
For the Lich King. Frostborn hunger.
Kill them all twice, that's what I say.
Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. Your pain shall be legendary. At last. Finally. At last. Finally. At last. No one orders me around. Speak.
My might cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. Faithless coward.
I'll see to it.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Speak.
I've heard the summons.
Tread lightly. Finally. I'll make sure.
Time is fleeting. I'll consume the living and the dead.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now?
My might cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. What is it now? This is more like it.
I'll see to it. You rise. For this I serve only the frozen throne.
No one orders me around. You will know endless time. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Now, Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our forces are under
At
attack.
last. Frostmourne hungers.
You will know endless torment.
What is it now? Speak, fool. Finally. Ah, at last. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. For the Lich King. Your pain shall be legendary. Ah, at last. You will know endless.
Time is fleeting. Proceed.
What is it now? This is more like it.
I serve only the frozen throne.
No one orders me around. What is it now? No one orders me around.
These Nerubians are your kin. Why are they hostile to us?
Many of us who fell during the War of the Spider were brought back to serve the Lich King. These warriors, however, never died. Foolishly, they still fight to liberate Naru from the Scourge.
Gold. We should take this with us.
Your pain shall be legendary. Faithless coward. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Now, Frostmourne. Faithless coward. I'll make sure you suffer. Speak, fool. You will know endless torment. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. I'll make sure you suffer. This is more like it.
Your choice. The time is now.
Speak, fool. Your pain shall be legendary. For the Lich King. Finally.
I await.
Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Faithless coward. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like
This place looks like an old storage silo. It's a dead end, Anub'arak.
There must be a hidden passage somewhere. We Nerubians were crafty engineers in our time. Cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. You will know endless torment. Now, Frostmourne. No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers.
This is an ancient Nerubian hoarding cell. We kept most of our treasures hidden in chambers like this. The passage to the lower depths lies just beyond this room.
Great. As long as we're here, we can take some of these items with us.
For the Lich King. Now, Frostborn. This is more like it. Frostborn.
More gold. This might help us later.
Ah, at last.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Tread lightly.
Faithless coward.
Speak, fool. What is it now? Finally.
I have heard the summons.
Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. Finally.
Don't even try it, you bastard! That there treasure belongs to the dwarves!
This treasure belongs to the Lich King, little creature. We, his servants, shall take what we will. My might cannot be matched. Your choice.
No one was me
The summons.
Speak, fool. What is it now? No one was me around. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it.
Inventory is full.
Time
Finally.
is fleeting.
What is it now?
I serve only the frozen throne. You rang.
No one orders me around.
This is for Maradin, you bastards!
Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Ah, at last.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Tread lightly.
Time is fleeting.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. Now,
It's them! Blast them!
what is it? No one is. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it.
I'll consume the living
Tread
and
like
the dead.
Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers.
Speak.
No one orders me around. This is more like it.
Faithless coward.
Finally.
Time is fleeting.
What is it now?
I serve only the frozen throne. My might cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last.
I serve only the frozen
Speak.
throne.
This is more like it. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. At last. No one wants me
My might cannot be matched.
tread lightly. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers.
Speak. By Nerub. Kinky. I'll consume the living and the dead. By Nerub.
Damned undead! Slay 'em all!
See to it. Kinky. I'll see to it. I'll see to it. Oblivion awaits.
No one orders me around.
I await. You rang by Neru.
Tread lightly. At last.
My might cannot be matched. Kinky by Nerub. I have heard the summons. Kinky, time is fleeting. My might cannot be matched. Indubitably. Kinky. Indubitably. By Nerub. Kinky. I'll consume the living and the dead. By Nerub.
What is it now? Finally.
Proceed. What's done is done.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers.
Shoot anything that shuffles or skitters!
Time is fleeting.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
Speak.
What is it now? No one orders me around. Speak,
The
fool.
summons.
Figures out.
I serve only the frozen throne.
What is it now?
Time is fleeting.
Speak, fool. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This
More gold. Take all you can carry.
at last. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around.
Speak.
At last. Tread lightly. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Tread lightly. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Now, Frostmourne. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Faithless coward. Ah, at last. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer. This is more like it. You will know endless torment. Finally. Ah, at last.
I have heard the summons.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it.
I remember you, evil prince. You're the one that killed poor Muradin.
Get over it already.
I won't let you through this door, traitor. The recent quakes have awakened dark things under the ice. Ancient, horrid things. We vowed to keep them locked where they are.
We'll take our chances, dwarf. We're going through that door, one way or another.
Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it.
Speak, Kiki.
No one orders me.
Time is fleeting.
Tread lightly.
Your choice. I have heard the summons.
Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Finally. Ah, at last.
I'll see to it.
Tread lightly. Finally. Glory to the Scourge. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Oh, sure.
Wait.
No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers.
The summons.
Speak, fool.
Time is fleeting.
Faithless coward. Ah, at last.
Heard the summons.
What is it now? This is more like it. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Finally.
My might
What is it?
cannot be matched.
Tread lightly.
Time is fleeting.
What is it now? Ah, at last.
My might cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. For the Lich King. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. What is it now?
Speak.
Our forces are under attack.
No one
The
orders
summons. My might cannot be matched.
Speak, fool.
I serve only the frozen throne.
What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Time is fleeting. Kinky.
No one orders me around. Finally. Ah, at last.
The air smells awful in here. Something doesn't feel right.
If the dwarf's story was true, there's no telling what awaits us in the darkness. This stairwell leads into the heart of the old Nerubian Empire. We must be cautious.
By all means. You first.